God's opening a door in the White House for the office of faith and religious freedom, which means Christianity is going to have proximity to the Oval Office to have projects that are going to guarantee global freedom. So what's our call in the nations?
That's so good.
We're going to be exerting an appropriate but not interfering wisdom in influencing governments to stop persecuting Jesus' people. And Trump will create incentives in trade and in business. Potentially. I'm just speaking creatively right now.
I think you're prophesying, man. I get that's creative.
But it can happen. And here's the fifth column. Why not release the Christians in these nations as an alignment influence with the United States agenda? Amen. So that the Christians globally stop being persecuted and can start to line up with an agenda of making the world. In other words, going into all the world and bringing these ideas out there so that there's sheep nations start to emerge. When Jesus returns, he's going to gather two types of countries, goats and sheep.
That's right.
The sheep are those that did not persecute him by persecuting his people. So we can mitigate the coming trauma on many nations by raising up the kingdom influence in those nations. Some nations are not going to receive it. There will be others that will. This is the hour of the harvest, and the multitudes are going to. I could see you doing arena events. Imagine going into a President Milei or President Bukele or these presidents of these nations, and they want to have favor with the United States. They want trade relationships with the United States. They want to work with this moment of favor that God's doing. God opens up an opportunity. Well, we would like to be able to do in the soccer stadium a meeting. We'll pay for it, but we would like to come in and worship and build morality and build faith and teach people to honor the government instead of fight the government. We want to build stability. Christianity will bless your nation.
So good.
Take the stadium. Now the stadium meetings happen. Boom! Revival hits the country.
So good.
In multiple nations, stadiums opening. Have we not been saying this for years?
Yeah.
But we did not understand that God would raise up governmental rulers who would make it. It wouldn't be us beating our just independent revivals, bringing this. It would be government always. Presidents, prime ministers open the door and authorize the government mount. And now Haggai, read Haggai chapters 1 and 2. It's only 2 chapters. It shows Zerubbabel and Joshua, the government and the church moving together to build the ecclesia. Hey there, you just listened to an excerpt. That's a little bit of the podcast. So if you want to get the whole thing, because there's a lot more content there, go to lancewallnut.com/podcast. And instead of getting an excerpt, you get the entire message.